Islamization, Emirates in Ebonyi, ex-Guba aspirants alert Khan and Ohanaeze as Igbo Mandate Congress seeks for caution. A former gubernatorial aspirant under the banner of National Rescue Movement (NRM) in the just concluded governorship polls in Ebonyi State and a chieftain of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Reverend Pascal Gold Nwaigwe, had alerted the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria (PFN), Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN), and Ohanaeze Ndigbo of a grand plan to install an emirate in Afikpo. In the letter to CAN, PFN and Ohanaeze made available to Igbo Mandate Congress yesterday, the politician alleged that there is a secret plot to have an emirate in Afikpo, according to the statement. From a reliable information, some of our traditional rulers, the Eze Ogos, are being lobbied to accept the crowning of an Islamic traditional ruler. The arrangement is to institute an emirate in Afikpo. An Ebonyi-born Muslim imam has been slated for the Hausa Fulani traditional rulership, which in no distance will translate to an emirate, first of its kind in the southeast. He said, "I urge the Traditional Rulers Council chairman and the Eze-Ogos in Ebonyi State not to stoop so low in accepting to crown a traditional ruler for the Hausa Fulanis, rather to stand up for the welfare of Ebonyi indigenes welfare and drop money police which desecrates the scared traditional leadership too." Reverend Nwaigwe also alerted that the plot to institute Ruga in the state under another guise is still intact. In his letter to Khan, he claimed that the plot is still ongoing, according to his statement. These Fulani men were given a welcome package of 4 million naira from the state governor himself, delivered to them by the chief of staff of Ebonyi State. The youth took to the streets in a bid to defend their villages from what is perceived as forceful step to Islamize their community. The video went viral the whole world. Reverend Nwaigwe mentioned the community slated for Ruga to include Achara 1 and 2, Okwata, Ndu Wangele, Oferekpo, Okpo Duma, Odariko, Unkuda in Igbeagu community, Sharon, Nwakaleke were not left behind. But Nkeleke and Okwata Nduwangele is the war front. It will be recalled that Reverend Nwaige had a bloody battle with the incumbent during the governorship elections, and his campaign director was stabbed severally and his boys beaten and intimidated. He also reported to INEC that his party agent tags were deliberately given to the wrong persons by INEC, and on the day of the polls, his agents were arrested and beaten for not putting on accreditation tags, all in an effort to intimidate him. On another note, a community leader in Izzi local government, Mr. Camillus Onwe, had told Igbo Mandate Congress how they stopped the invasion of their communities by Fulanis on land grabbing scheme. Speaking with the Director General of Igbo Mandate Congress, IMC, Reverend Obinna Akukwe, in Abuja yesterday, Mr. Onwe said that they had the rumor 2 days to the actual invasion but ignored it as propaganda. Onwe said, "We had the rumor but ignored it as another propaganda until these people came with armor buses, young men, women, children, and even a few aged. They claimed that the governor of the state gave them the land, while we said that we are not aware yet. When the situation was getting out of hand, an unidentified government official came with policemen and pleaded with us to allow them settle for a few days while they resolved same with the governor. We refused and insisted on seeing the governor or they will leave." Mr. Onwe said that the Fulani had some millions of naira in a bag which they showed them, claiming the governor gave them for upkeep and their coming was with official sanction. Military men were positioned to protect them. They had to ignore the governor's emissary and spoke to the Fulani leaders in private to leave them alone. The youth leader accused the governor of ceding parts of easy land for Ruga, especially Nkeleke and Okwata Nduwangele, without their knowledge, said that the next rumored invasion will be properly resisted. The Director General of Igbo Mandate Congress, Reverend Obinna Akukwe, had asked Governor Umahi to pursue his 2023 ambitions without overheating the polity. He made the calls while speaking with the youth leaders from Easy, who were in Abuja to speak with some NAS members on the security situation in the state. Reverend Akukwe posited that the infrastructures Governor Umahi puts in Abakaleke within 4 years is enough for him to move to a higher level in 2023, but dragging Islam and Fulanization into it is unnecessary. So guys, I'm sure a lot of people will not be too surprised, when you check the position and the body language of the governor of Ebonyi State. People have been accusing him of various things. He's in PDP and people don't know whether he's in APC, because he has already come out boldly that anybody that want to speak ill of President Muhammadu Buhari is not going to be happy with the person. He's not going to be friend with that person, most especially if you are in his cabinet and you are always criticizing the president. That is not going to be funny, and he's not going to take it lightly with whosoever that wants to do that. If you feel that you want to do that and you are seeing his cabinet, that the door is wide open for you to move out, that he will not tolerate any form of insult, from the president. And just like we've heard before, and it's in the public domain, and the video really went viral, because this is the same man that is even the chairman of a governor forums of Southeast governors. Is their chairman, and most of the time they will come and tell the people, oh, we are not going to accept Ruga, we are not going to accept this, and behind it they will go back. And even some of the northern elders, they are been making some statements that that the Southeast governors promised them some kind of some sort of lands, that they have this cordial relationship with them, which is not supposed to be a bad thing. But I don't know whether the governor or the Southeast governors are representing themselves or they are representing the people. But the way it is now, it's like they are representing themselves. They don't even care about what the people feel, because it is not what you think or what you think your boss thinks at the top. It is what the people think, because even that your boss, it is the same people that put him there. Without the people, your boss over there cannot do anything. Without the people, you guys cannot do anything. But the unfortunate thing there is that when election time is coming, you see these guys, they will be frustrating, they will be moving around, they even want to come and wash your plate, all manner of things. But as soon as they get what they want, that is the end. The other time, IPOP came up and started accusing them of some abnormalities happening in the state. They said, oh, IPOP should go and sit down and all of that. So what are we experiencing now? What are we seeing now? Is it really different from the stand of IPOP concerning this particular governor? Because I think it's the only person that is always, moving around and, doing the unthinkable. Whether because he's the chairman of a governors forum, I don't know. Because even the rest Southeast governors, they are so quiet in their own way, apart from Obiano. Obiano is not even as loud as Governor Umahi. He's just always coming out with one funny thing here and there. And one thing is that in every rumor, there is always element of truth. Apart from that, the incident that happened, that we saw the video went viral, one community in Ebonyi, they came out and said, no, this is not what we are bargaining for. We are not going to allow that. Just like these particular people who are complaining and said they heard about this whole thing of a Fulani coming or whatever, that they just felt it was one of those propagandas, not until when it happened. And it is in the public domain. So I don't know whether these people are representing themselves or they are representing the people, or the will of the people will come to pass. But as it is in Nigeria, that is not the case. The only time these guys will be so loyal, they will be so humble, it is when they are, they are looking for people who to vote for them. If they are looking for people's votes, that is when you see them, that they will be so humble. So it's so pathetic. If anything, if there's anything to go by with what we are hearing, if at the end of the day it comes to be true, it's not going to be too funny, because I'm sure the people there, they know what they want, and no single person will come and impose his or agenda on the people which the people don't really want in the first place. Someone said that's a big joke. Ohaneze is not asleep. Some don't understand the concept Emirates. Religion intolerance is being painted as Islamophobia. If every Christian is driven from the predominant Muslim zones, how will it feel? And someone say Humayi is destroying himself. The so-called men of God walking the corridors of power will see no urgency in this alarm. Ebonyi people should burn any mosque close to the state. We are Christian state. I don't think that is even the issue, but because of this ruga of a thing, it's giving everybody a kind of mindset that these people are really up to something. This because the way at which they brought this ruga, so anything that really want to come up, people will not want to accept it because they want to, they might want to see it as a disguise, form of this to disguise as a maybe in form of ruga. So that is why a lot of people are just suspecting everything that even from the government, whether local or state or federal government, whatever policy they want to be bringing. Of course, we've been having mosques all over the place. We'll be having churches all over the place. Just like I said before, that I don't know why since 2015 this whole thing is has taken a different shape, a different dimension as soon as this present government came in. It was not so before. We know what we were battling with, but not to this extent that nobody wants to tolerate each other because of the statement they're always making from above. That is why we are hearing all of these things. The change we are talking must start from the top because they started all of these things. Nigerians have been living, so unitedly, so in harmony, in love. I don't know when all of these things started. This whole thing started, aggravated from 2015, which they really need to work on. The federal government needs to really work on all of those things. People cannot just be making assumptions. If you yourself, from your speeches, from your body language, people will not be making all those assumptions because of what you are saying and because of your position too, because of the utterances, being made from the top. That is why we are hearing all of these things. It was not so before. Even if it was like that, it was not as high as what we are experiencing now. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this whole thing. Please leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.